So yeah, I'm gonna entitle this uh, Phoenix. Phoenix is Evil Part 2. I did another video where I think halfway through the video I was gonna entitle it Phoenix is Evil Part 1. But as I said in one of my other videos, right now I'm in a new spot. This is close to 19th Avenue and Bethany Home Road, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I want to be here tomorrow because I want to be here early tomorrow because Saturday they start, the people that are going to kill the kids, they start arriving 6:45, 6:30. So, I as I'm learning more and more, I'm finding out today that most of the killing is done before noon, say between 7:30, 8 o'clock, and noon. So they're prepping them. They prep the women. They get them there at 6:30, and then for an hour and a half, they're prepping them in different rooms. Because from what I'm figuring out from the intercom or from the internet, is that the procedures don't take very long at all. Uh, but it's very gory. If you go online and you look at the videos, uh, these tiny babies laying in some kind of a pee pan or a vomit pan. It's very gory, but you got to look at it. You got to understand what you're dealing with. You see arms and legs and heads and blood and pus and everything like that. But the reason I wanted to name this Phoenix is Evil Part 2, because it's just dawning on me uh, how much this place is like Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, this is a huge city. Let me just kind of give you a panoramic view from where I am right now, which is on the side of a mountain. This is my first night here. Now I know I've got some other videos uploaded to YouTube where I'm on a mountain, but it's way further west, no, east from where I'm at now. And hey, when you're on a mountain, everything's beautiful anyway. So I thought to myself, well, why not just come here? Because it's going to be closer, a lot less time used to get over here. I can get there immediately, and like I said earlier, I need to be there early. But at any rate, well, the reason it's evil, because like Sodom and Gomorrah, is because you cannot go 5 feet without a lawyer billboard or a bus going by or any possible uh, thing you can imagine for advertising where everybody's, it's everybody is encouraging you to sue the other person. I've never in my life been in a city where it is so completely saturated. And if I could use a stronger word than saturated, this is something you have to see to believe. Every bus going by, every billboard, every sign here and there is sue your neighbor. And there's one guy named Rafi. He's running neck and neck. He must have spent unbelievable amounts of money with this other popular, but it's not just those two firms. There's several firms, and it is from one end of Maricopa County to the other. It's just unbelievable. So, it's just smacks of, and look, don't, I know a bunch of you go, there are legitimate reasons to have attorneys to rectify the wrong. But come on. I mean, you have a conversation with somebody here in Phoenix, and you say you stubbed your toe on a little rock in the middle of nowhere. They're encouraging you to sue somebody. Uh, but I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is Phoenix is Evil Part 2. Uh, and I saw another sign. This is a different topic, but I saw a sign, a couple of signs, I guess, that said, "Don't give in to the panhandlers," as if you need a sign to say that. Instead of giving in to the panhandlers, go ahead and give it to a charity. Now, that is a kind of a rational, logical thing to say, I suppose, if you're wanting to be a stickler for that. But then, on one of my last other videos, uh, I pointed out that these city councils, while on the one hand they want to look moral by saying don't feed the panhandlers, give it to the local charities, but on the other hand they will sue the local and arrest and fine and ticket and cite some of the local charities, uh, like I have said before in one of my videos. uh, the Tempe Council was making it impossible to go out to the public parks and try to get people off drugs, provide them medical care, feed them, any number of things that you can think of. So on the one hand, they're saying, well, we just want to clean it up a little bit. On the other hand, once the money's delivered to the agencies, they're making the agencies almost impossible to be mobile. Uh, but that's another front. And the third front, I guess, would be the treatment of the elderly. It is no sweat for some of these nose-picking, uneducated bus drivers to, if they're having a bad day, just whatever they can get away with. Now, I'm not terribly offended, but I do get offended, and I do say something whenever it gets too blatant. Like I have said on a previous video, I was on that bus going down south. 70-year-old guy bent over with a cane. Bus driver was screaming at him that he wasn't 65 and he needed to prove it. And I started screaming at the bus driver. I said, "You are dead wrong," and about 50 billion times that loud. So, and then of course, the absolute bloodthirstiness of the people killing their babies, the abortion doctors, the people driving by that are screaming, "Baby, get a job," or it's my body, my choice, my body, or shooting fingers. They might as well just be screaming, "There is no God." And instead of putting up billboards encouraging you to sue everybody, they might as well be just saying there is no God. And instead of just treating the elderly like dogs, they might as well just say there is no God. And as you know, 90% of the Bible is about God's justice, God's mercy, and especially his attitude towards the disenfranchised, the homeless, the orphan, the widow, because the scriptures are chocked full of God's wrath being poured out on the exploitation of these people. So, if I wasn't so tired, I guess I could just continue to go on and on and on. We're getting closer to the 10-minute mark here. But it's one of those things, I've only been here 40 days, and I've, going up and down the East Coast and just being 64 years of age, never seen anything like this. Never seen anything like it. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. The good Lord has made the sun go down, and so we should get into the upper 90s. The temperature should drop into the upper 90s here pretty quick. So get the hand up and pray, Malik.